What's up, YouTube? I'm Josh, and this is another episode of Beer Meets Flavor. Today, I'm going to show you another super simple, super delicious recipe that'll blow your mind. I'm going to show you how to make these Chipotle shrimp tacos with homemade mango salsa that will spice up your life. Stick around, I'll show you how it's done. So first thing we're going to start with is our mango salsa. We've got cilantro, which we'll get to later. We've got these beautiful mangoes, jalapenos, and a red onion, because we've talked about before that I prefer when I'm making like a fruit salsa that nice bite of the mango, of the red onion, goes well with the sweetness of the fruit, so you get that contrast and flavor. All right, let's do it. So mangoes, they're kind of a pain in the ass to work with, but damn are they delicious. So mango, y'all know what a mango looks like. Let's go. So we're just going to kind of cut down the side. Whoo, baby. Look at that. So, got some mangoes. And then so what I like to do is just kind of, without slicing my fingers off, ideally, is hatch them. Cross hatch? I don't know. I like to cut in some little, almost got you. Some little squares like so. Again, try not to, and then just, look at that. Look at that, Big Daddy. And then you can just take a spoon or a knife, right? So cut off these mangoes. So I like to start with the mangoes first, since that's kind of the primary portion of the salsa. So I can kind of use visually what I've got as far as mangoes to kind of gauge the rest of the ingredients. So it's not really something these bowls are like bells. Maybe for a video, I'm going to set up all the bowls and play like some, what are those things they play in like the Hawaiian restaurants? The big drum, steel drum. There we go. All right. So we're going to cut this stuff up. Same thing. Cut through all these mangoes, and when we get through there, we'll come back and I'll show you the rest of the stuff. But on a quick note, I don't know if we've mentioned it before, the new channel digs. Have we mentioned it before? So you guys have seen we got a new logo, we got a new page, we got all that new stuff. Obviously, that was generously done by my little brother Brooks over at Nowhere Land. So if you guys are into gaming, you're into art, design, stuff like that, do me a solid and go check out my little brother Brooks over at Nowhere Land and show him some love. So we're going to cut the rest of these mangoes up. We'll come back in just a sec and show you what we're working with. All right, so here's kind of what we ended up with. Mango is kind of tough to work with unless you like peel it and all that stuff. So this is going to be kind of a chunky, rustic. We'll call it rustic salsa, but that's kind of where we're at. So I'm going to start with one jalapeno, cut off the doodad, and now again, if you want it a little less heat, you can take out the ribs and the seeds. These smell like they may be a little spicy, so we'll start with one. One of the kids is not here, so we can go a little extra on the spice. All right, so we're just going to dice up the jalapeno. Look at this little guy. Subverted all of the choppiness. So we'll go ahead and do this. We'll come back. Tell you what, I'll cut some onion. I'll cut some cilantro so you guys don't have to watch the whole dang thing, because you guys will see me chop a bunch. And then we'll just kind of show you, once we get everything in, what we do to season it and bring it to life. Cool? All right, so ultimately we got 4 mangoes, 1 jalapeno, 1/2 of a red onion, and then probably about a cup of fresh chopped cilantro. And that's kind of what you come up with, a nice, fresh, rustic looking salsa. I'm going to add in, 2 tablespoons of, lime juice, and then some salt, probably 1.5 tablespoons of salt. So the good thing about the salt is going to kind of pull some of the moisture out and let this stuff kind of start leaching some of that liquid, so everything kind of meld together. Salsa is one of those things that, like, if you do the night before, so you can kind of let it marinate and do its thing, right? The dog's eating some mango on the floor. No big deal. It's healthy. It's good for his eyes or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy who makes food. I don't know what the relevance is, but give your dog some mango if they like it. Can't be bad for them, right? Salsa finished. Now look at these beauty babies. Some Big Daddy shrimps. I don't know where they're from, but they look great. So we got some deveined. They still have the shell on. So let me show you real quick, couple how to do, get rid of the shell on the shrimp, right? Always get the deveined kind, because to do the veining yourself sucks. All right, so see the legs here? See them? Mm-hmm. Just grab them right at the meat, pinch. That all comes off. And then, for you Neanderthals out there who just rip off the tail, don't do that. Right here where the little fins are, where it meets the meat, pinch and pull. Then you get all that meat. Look at that. Want me to show you one more? Mm-hmm. All right, ready? Leggies. Okay. Got the legs. Mm-hmm. Pinch right at the meat. Oh, this one's going to be, you can help it along. All right, so forget that one, guys. Forget that one, right? But again, right here down at the meat, good. Let's try again, but hopefully this one will work with us. All right, so meat, leggies, boom. Tail, boom. That's amazing. So now whenever you guys are going out and having shrimp, don't just rip the tail off. Pinch at the meat. Get like 24% more meat that way. It's science. So we're going to get the rest of these shrimps naked, and we'll come back and season them. So we've necketed all our shrimps. There's about a pound of shrimp in there. I don't know, about. So I'm going to take just a little bit of soy sauce for some umami, a little bit of lime juice for a little bit of acid, and then our standby. Oh, man, I fucked these guys up, didn't I? A little bit. Oh, God. I know I'm going to fuck this up right now because I'm going to take the lid off, and just a touch of cumin, a touch paprika. Okay. And then, of course, our best friend, the Chipotle chili powder. Chipotle chili powder. Okay. Look at that. Good. Then we're going to take some nice healthy pinch of pepper and a healthy pinch of salt. And just like a teaspoon of oil. I'm going to use a spoon just so I don't have to wash my hands constantly. Okay. Get these guys all stirred up. Look at that nice color. Oh, man. I'm sorry you guys can't smell this, because smell it. No, not the camera. You. There you go.
I am the camera.
Right? How's that smell?
Delicious.
Oh, man. Okay. So we're going to let this kind of just soak in the flavors for a minute. It's shrimp, so you don't really need to let it marinate for very long. So we're just going to give it a couple of minutes while the cast iron heats up. We're going to cook these bad boys, put it all together, eat some tacos, go to bed. All right, so we're on the home stretch. So we got the cast iron nice and hot, a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to take our cheater minced garlic, just about 2 tablespoons. Ish. And I'm just going to, just so that can kind of wake up, maybe turn this down a smidgen. And then we'll throw the shrimps in there. So you don't want the garlic to burn, you just want it to kind of wake up. Drop these bad boys in there. Let's just work them around so they pick up that garlic. Okay, and kind of get them, you don't want them to be stacked on top of each other. You want them to kind of have good contact all across the pan. So let's take a gander at what we're working with here. Nice. So, on another note, today I was playing some video games, as I've been known to do because I'm a giant child. Came across this guy from Doc's Games. He was live streaming, which kind of made me a little bit nervous because I'm not very good at video games. But he was kind enough to let me shout out the channel on the stream, and we got a bunch of followers. So shout out to Doc's Games. If you guys like playing some video games, go check him out on YouTube. Docs with an S Games, because they're his. So we're gonna let these bad boys do their thing for a moment. And really, with shrimp, it's like a minute, minute and a half on each side. You can already see they're starting to get opaque, right? See the tails are starting to pink up. So we're gonna flip in a sec. We'll come back, put this all together. Finally, we'll eat because I'm already salivating, and we'll do it. I haven't worn that shirt in God knows how long because I'm too fat for it.
Okay, well, go ahead, and I have that on camera. So.
All right, so we are there. All right, we've got shrimp, we got salsa, we got some crumbled queso fresco, some freshly cut avocados. Just like your tomatoes, folks, season your avocados. Don't go crazy, but yeah, give them a little love. Okay. All right, here we go. Avocados are seasoned. Got some la banderita. I can never say that shit correctly, but la banderita tortillas. Get these beautifully cooked shrimp. And these are some big boys, so they're going to be a mouthful, you know what I mean? We're going to do 4, not 1 or 2. What? Who does 1 or 2 shrimp? Where are we at? Denny's? Okay. All right. So we got that. Now, let's go with the avocado. Nice creaminess right on top. Spoon would help. Okay. She says, like I fucking told you. Dipshit. All right. Fantastic. Do we want cheese then salsa or salsa then cheese?
Cheese then salsa.
Cheese then salsa, she says. Now she's got some input. All right, so the cheese. If you guys have never had the queso fresco, I've preached about it many times. It's like one of my favorite cheeses. It's like, I'm salivating. It's creamy, not creamy, but it's like salty and crumbly, and just it's one of my favorites. Okay, so we got that, but it does do the hands like that. So boom. Mix the salsa around. Oh yeah, baby. That's what you need in your life. This and like fatty margarita if you drink tequila. I do not. All right. And then just to cream it up a little bit more, a little sour cream across the top. All right. And for good measure, because nothing goes better with little shellfish than some.
Then some what?
Lime.
Okay.
Sorry, I got lost in the application, y'all. Give me a minute. Falling in love over here. All right, this is it. Jingle bells. All right, so we're gonna take a couple of fancy photos of this bad boy, and we'll come back. We'll try it, and then we see. It is the moment that we have all been waiting for. Time to taste these bad boys. But as always, if you guys have stuck around this long, do us a favor, like, subscribe, share it with your friends to help the channel grow. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these amazing recipes. It's time for the beard to meet the flavor. Let's not be shy. Let's tuck right in. This smells incredible. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Beard meets flavor. Here we go. Mm. All right. I could eat these all day long. Sitting on a beach, sun in my face, sand on my toes, water lapping against my shins. The shrimp, that amazing shrimp flavor, a little bit of spice, followed by the creaminess of the avocado, that salsa, that little bit of fruity, that sweet, that spicy, that savory. This may be my crowning jewel. This is incredible. Didn't take very long. The salsa takes a few minutes, but cooking shrimp is super easy. So take the time, pick up some shrimp, pick up some mangoes. Let's get this done. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next one.